There is a new week in front of us, and there's lots of new information, and it probably conflicts with the other information you already got, and so your head's all spinning, and a million decisions in front of you. How are you going to deal with the world now that you can do some curbside pickup or go to the park? So hi, this is Jackie with Coventry Creations, and I'm here to talk about tapping into your inner badass. We all have one. We have been experiencing it for 6-7 weeks now, and you are a badass. You are amazing. Whatever you're doing right now, you're doing it to the best of your ability, and even if that's laying in bed and waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning, it's okay. We're in a weird world. We're figuring out what's next. But I did want to talk to you about a couple of things today. I did last video say that we were going to talk about the Extreme Badass Candle and how it can help you. And I was looking at this morning, we're about to have a meteor shower tonight. Halley's Comet is passing kind of close, so we're going to see some meteors up in the sky, and that has no astrological influence on us, except it's a few dead rocks coming at us. And, you know, that reminded me of? These are the little pops of grief we're experiencing. I mean, there's days where I'm crying, where I'm just not dealing and really sad and frustrated and scared. Big thing is scared because I don't know what's going on. Everything's uncertain. There is no certainty anywhere in the world right now. None whatsoever. The only thing that's certain is that we're going to get a different conflicting piece of information in a minute. So do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? Does 6 feet matter? Does 4 feet matter? Do I just stay home? Is it all herd immunity? Who knows? This pandemic and this COVID-19 is changing, and it's kind of scary. So what I have, which I think is kind of a miracle, is we have a whole bunch of Extreme Badass candles right now. Now, I didn't realize we had done an overpour, and they were kind of put to the side in February. And as I was getting our inventory out and looking at them, I went, holy mackerel, we've got a whole bunch of Extreme Badass, and that is 100% perfect for right now. It is absolutely what we need. I know I've had mine going, and it has helped me a lot to clear away and get rid of the things that are not true, help me own and step into my truth. This weekend was kind of rough because it was beautiful here in Michigan. And so a lot of us broke our bubble for the first time and went out to the park, or maybe went to our, our cottage up north, or one of these things. And maybe we went and did some social drinking with sibling or family we hadn't seen for a while, and we're trying to be separate. But this breaking this bubble for the first time is kind of weird. I did it, and I didn't know what to do. I mentally immediately went to how my life was before, and after a couple of cocktails in me, totally forgot myself and was closer to people than I really should have, and it really created some compassion for other people out in the world who are maybe not physically distancing as much as everybody on social media thinks they should, or maybe they're not wearing their mask the way they think they should, and there's lots of conflicting information, and I don't know what's right and wrong, so I'm just going to follow the directions right now. But it was really weird to watch people step in to this moment of their past life. I mean, the March 1st, 2020 life, where we could hug people and we could get close, and we could, here, taste my beer. That's not real anymore, but it's so quick that when you get out in the world that you start to forget this, forget there's different ramifications that may be life-threatening or weird, and you don't know how to act, and also you don't know how everyone else around you is acting. So what if you are totally down with physical distancing, and you got your mask going on, and you're washing your hands, and you got your sanitary wipes, and the people around you are not doing that? And so there becomes this judgment that happens when other people don't want to do this. So this is where Extreme Badass comes in, and this is why I started burning my candle, because I got to stay in my truth, and I got to stay in my power and make sure that I'm doing the right things, not only for myself, but for the person across from me, for my family, for my staff, for the people I will probably come in contact with these next couple of months as more and more people cross my path and I cross other people's paths. So that social nicety of like, you kind of got into my space a little bit, but I'm just going to let it go because I'm never going to see you again, doesn't exist anymore. It's like, if you're going to get into my space, I'm going to ask you to back off. That social nicety is there. I'm sorry, I'm not hugging and I'm physically distancing right now has been something that came out of my mouth, 100 times over the past week. I'm physically distancing right now. And I got some weird looks, and I got people who are mad at me, and I don't care. Because I got to pull out my extreme badass and just say, this is what's right for me in my life. And that's how this is helping me. It's also helping me make some really hard decisions. It's helping me power up. Because this taps you in to your confidence. And when your confidence is right there on the surface and that's what you're working with, it's easier to step into that place of, yep, I'm an extreme badass. I know so many business owners who are having to make hard decisions to decide who they can bring back, who they can't. Are they going to minimize? And there's also the million decisions. So what bill am I going to pay? I made about a quarter of what I normally do, and rent is due, and my bank loans are due, and all this other stuff. So what do I do with this tiny little bit? How do I spread it out? Also, how do I talk to my creditors? How do I talk to my staff with clear confidence? Not like a jerk. I'm not going to be a jerk out there and go, this is a pandemic, but I'm going to say, hey, I know we're all struggling and we need to work together a little bit. How can we do this where we both win? That's extreme badass. Being a jerk is not badass. Being a badass is when you say, this is a challenge we all have, and this is my boundary, and this is what I need. What do you need, and how can we work together? That's scarier to do because now you're being vulnerable. Being an extreme badass means I've got space for vulnerability. It says, I'm scared. I don't know who to bring back. I don't know how much work I have for you when it's time to come back. I don't know if I want to go to work because I'm a little nervous. And I got kids at home, so I can't get called back to work. So can you help me out? And know that we're all navigating this brand new world. No instructions. I don't have any instructions. You don't have any instructions. So we're just going to keep rolling. And that's where this sucker comes in. Yeah, it sounds like a sales pitch right now, but whatever it is you need to step into your own badass, do it. Whether that's having a time of meditation where you say, I need to get clear of everybody else, you disconnect. Maybe it's writing a set of rules for yourself. Maybe it's rehearsing those rules with the other people in your life to say, hey, this is how I'm doing it. Are you doing the same thing? That's the badass piece. Whether you have a candle to help you out, maybe you got a couple of different stones you can put in your pocket or put in your bra. That's the badass part. It's saying, this is my world. This is how I'm going to do this without apology. And with, some pleasantry and some compassion, but without apology. It says, no, that's not okay. So that's how we're going to go forward. And that's my gift to you, is tapping into that extreme badass. We're going to do our CMO reading a little bit later and use the meteor shower tonight to go ahead and grieve. It is little things that are no longer necessary. Think about it as how they're like your own meteors are coming out of you that are keeping you down and keeping you stuck in something else. So whether you can see the meteor shower or not, look it up, see how it works for you. Now, if you're seeing this this video after May 4th, by the way, may the 4th be with you. But if you're seeing this at a later time, just you can have your own meteor shower of tears anytime you want, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to grieve, and it's okay to say this sucks, because at times it does. But it's also an amazing opportunity to see what you really want out of life, because you got nothing but time to think. So what do you want to do? And even if you're out there working every day, is this what you want to be doing? Is this what? And if it is, great, fantastic, I thank you for being there. And if it's not what you want to be doing right now, thank you for being there anyway for us. And maybe think about what's next for you. Love you all. Keep it magic. And if you keep magic close to you, it'll keep you close too. Take care, everybody.